Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. Right, as you can see, we have moved into May and we have our field to finish off. Ooh, that's nice. Also, while we're here, I did just do a little bit of loading off recording, guys, because there was a lot of wool, wasn't there? And to be honest, I'm gonna sell most of this. This should have kind of all been sold in the last month. Some of this does need to go down to the spinnery. I do believe. Let's have a look. Do you know what? We can sell all this and get a little bit of extra cash in the bank because, yeah, it turns out there is still like nearly 7,000 litres of wool in there. Honestly, the wool is just, it's immense how much wool we are producing at the moment. And to be honest, yeah, we kind of can't keep up with it. Yeah, we're getting there slowly. We will also have some of our bales will have moved into a little bit fermented due to them, you know, changing into May 1. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and I'm trying to concentrate and just like not spill all this out, but it doesn't seem to be going well at the moment. Yeah, we're trying to get there. Wow. We might leave that little bit of pallet there, to be fair. But yeah, we do need to go down to the dairy. I'm thinking maybe we'll sell this wool. We'll quickly go down to the dairy and bring everything back because there's going to be a lot more stuff down at the dairy now. Why did that just... Why? I don't understand why that just... I don't understand why that just happened, to be quite honest. It was all stacked nicely, and then this final one just kind of blew its top, really, didn't it? So we are just going to dump this up onto here. It's the quickest way to get rid of it at the moment. I don't think it's going to be very good. We've got to be careful going around corners. That's for sure. Yeah, it's weird. What it is there's a trigger inside the trailer where the crane goes, and I think sometimes it just bugs out ever so slightly. We have to remember we need to get that also weeded as well, or herbicide in this case. So just to give you an idea what we have to do, we've got quite a lot to do. I do need to just nip back to the field for the goat's milk before we nip to the dairy. Now you're probably wondering, we could do all this differently. I want to get this done because we did a lot of grass work in the last episode, so I kind of just want to spend a few minutes like doing this so that we can basically just move on then back to the baling. I did adjust the baler as well, guys, to 5,000. That alone gave us 24,000 and then 1,600 pound on the environmental. That was nearly 26,000 pound in just wool. And we're still producing fabric as well. Like, yeah, we could max the spinnery out, guys, but I don't see the point. If we just keep it just a little bit ahead of where it needs to be on the production. So like if we need 2,500, if we always make sure there's at least 3 in it, it doesn't really matter too much. Right, we've got to get that into there. We've got to get that under there. And then we've got to pick up that there. There we go. So let's go and get that into there. Lovely. Right, let's just nip down to the dairy and we'll load everything up because we should have quite a bit more, to be honest. We will have to run the milk down to the dairy at some point, but we're probably going to do that next month after we've fed the cows. Again, the cows are going to have to go hungry in this episode because the bales are not ready. There's not much I can do about that. And I do believe we have also run out of meadow grass. But yeah, really let me down there as the meadow grass. I know it only produces like between like 15 and 40%. It's somewhat really low, but yeah, it wasn't enough in there to feed the cows. Yeah, I can't believe we just made £26,000 on a little bit of wool, to be quite honest. That's crazy, to be honest. It's a long way to this dairy, guys. I'm thinking maybe today the dairy needs to be selling automatically. The problem I've got is sometimes we have nothing to do in the month, and I think that's maybe the best time to do this. Now I know people are going to be probably thinking, oh yeah, but you know, you didn't technically need to go down today. You're right, I technically didn't. I wanted to. We've got quite a bit down here today. Alright, I've just realised I moved back to the... Wow. That cannot be sold. That cannot be sold. Wow. We've got 400 litres. That can't be sold right now. Alright, let's get the bootar in. The bootar. We've got 4 of these. Alright, so if we put all the butter there, I'm not trying to do it in any particular order really. I'm just thought, well, if I can put the butter together, I know the butter pallets are the same height. That's genuinely the only reason I did it that way. We need 2 to come down here, so we can put 1 in there. We can put 1 in there. I don't think we can get a 3rd one in here. I don't think we might be able to actually. Now I've said that, we might be able to. No, we definitely can't get a 3rd in there. I don't think. No, this is where I'm going to prove myself wrong. We've got 1 of these mozzarella. If we can get that into there as well, that would be very handy indeed. Tell you what we'll do. We shall just do that for now to stop those from spamming up. And we've got a lot of milk as well. Yeah, I'm a little bit gutted that we couldn't get all the goat's milk in. In theory, I could just leave the goat's milk here. Do you know what? I might even do that. I might just leave the goat's milk here. I don't think it's really going to cause too many problems. If we sell it, we'd probably make a few £100. Actually, there's quite a lot of money in the goat's milk. Can we just have a little look at the goat's milk money? The goat's milk is, yeah, there's about 2 grand in that pallet. But it's ridiculously expensive. Absolutely ridiculously expensive is the goat's milk. So it's got to be worth selling. It has to be worth selling. Let's just get the cheese into there. Got to be a little bit careful here, guys, because we are going to be getting some diesel fumes into the cheese at this rate. But you know, it might just add a little bit of extra flavour in. Yeah, we'll have goat's milk again in another month, so I don't see the point in really pushing our luck, really. So what have we got? We've got 472 litres of goat milk, so there's at least 2 grand in goat milk. We've got 4,000 litres of bottled milk. We've got 1,000 litres of buffalo milk, 1,000 litres of buffalo mozzarella, and we have 1,000 litre of chocolate as well. Now, I don't want to sell this trailer at the Sell Anything mod, but I do want to sell the goat milk there, so we do have to do that. I say we will get on to the grass work in a minute or two. We're just going to get this out of the way and get this dealt with. We also need to be planting, I think we need to be planting our final field today. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, we might have planted it last month. I need to double check on the map. No, I tell you what, we were talking about possibly changing that other field, weren't we, into a carrot field, the small grass field. We don't need that small carrot field for the small grass field anymore for grass. Our new grass field will more than... I'm on the wrong side of the road here, aren't I? Bloody French. Yeah, our small grass field no longer needs to be a grass field. Our new grass field is more than big enough to feed our cows for the entire year and have extra. That's what it was. If you remember though, guys, we did technically start off with a relatively large grass field. We just changed to a small one because we didn't need to, and the plan was to make two trips to the grass field and cut, but it just doesn't happen. We just don't have time to do that. Hence why we've had to now go back to a bigger grass field. Plus, at the end of the day, you know, if we go to a bigger grass field, I've had another idea, and I had it off recording actually, and I was thinking, oh, we could do that, you know. There we go. It just has to be ever so slightly off the ground. But that was worth including the environmental score, £2,500. That is absolutely ridiculous for the amount of money we've just made today between wool and goat milk. Honestly, goat milk is ridiculous. When I find a good map that I want to do my survival like challenge style map on, where we start with zero, we start with just a chainsaw and a, you know, like a deadbeat truck. Honestly, I'm telling you now, we will be getting goats as quickly as we can, because the goat milk would just make us so much money early on top of the wood as well. That's what makes it even worse. Yeah, so you see this canola field here, guys, I'm thinking about maybe just maybe changing that to our grass field. This would then be a little bit smaller than our current grass field, but it would still be big enough to feed our cows. Then our new big massive grass field down by the train bridge would become our possibly canola field. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You know, and it would take a bit of time to chop and change and stuff, but yeah, the good thing is we've got a direct seeder, so we can plant canola straight on top of the grass, so it's not like the end of the world to do. Like I say, we are into May 1 now. We are chewing through another year. We're technically into year 5. This isn't the longest series I've ever done. Actually, it might be time-wise. I might not have even caught Farm, and that might not have been this long on Bally Spring. But the problem is these have been double episodes. And there we go. £41,383 on top of £2,897 environmental score. But the money is just absolutely ridiculous now. It is just flying in. We can, you know what I mean, we're going to be able to buy a new tractor soon. We're not going to have to mess around. But yeah, I am genuinely thinking that maybe this needs to be a carrot field where we are right now. It'll give us the possibility of another production. It's a relatively small field, which is good because our carrot planter is not very big. This is glitched out again, guys. I don't, there we go. I don't really know what's going on with that. Every time I leave the game and save it, I wonder if it's because this concrete is not technically the floor level. I'll put it there and then we can try that in the next episode. But yeah, here we go. Let's get back into the Deutzfahr so we can carry on a little bit of baling. This has to be finished today. It would help, Matt, if you lowered the machinery. So yeah, right, let's crack on with this. Let's get a baler 2 popped out, just so we know. I did also put the mod back on to stop the balers automatically, so I can basically just keep my foot down. It's a sneaky way of doing it, but it saves me a lot of hassle for getting to unload. And like I said, the bales are now at 5,000 litre capacity, which I think is just a little bit better for this kind of series. Also, as you can see, we are dropping a bale as soon as we have made one. There's no messing around. It's just genuinely just keep going, and it all takes care of itself. Gotta be careful here, guys. There will be a lot of grass here. It overspills. And yeah, we've got to make sure we don't drop a bale into the water as well. I have seen people play this map on YouTube series and drop a bale in the water. That was one of the reasons I originally didn't want to get this grass field. I didn't want to be having to deal with the water situation. You know, accidents happen. But this bale is brilliant, like I say. I actually see a farm near where I live, or where, to be fair, where I used to live before I moved into the town. I actually saw a farmer with a baler. I don't know if it was a Fusion 4. I don't, you know, it could have been an older model. But yeah, I have actually seen this where I am, and yeah, it's nice to use equipment that I actually do see. Like Deutzfahr, for example, the nearest tractor dealer to me is a Deutzfahr dealer, so you know I do actually see them quite a bit every time I pass it. Oh, we missed a bit of grass there. God, that work is bloody useless. But yeah, we've got this bit of land up here. There's a few small trees left up here, guys. We're not worried about them. We'll just take them down as and when. If we run out of firewood, we might chop them down then. But right now, we're not really needing any more firewood. You stop rolling, bale. Really, bale? There we go. I just don't need it going in the water. That's all it is. But as you can see, we have done a little bit of a headland. We'll get the time lapse on any minute. It's as much of a headland as I've got left to do, really. We're going to get a lot of bales off this field, though. A lot of bales, that's for sure. Oh, I don't think that could have dropped that bale in a worse spot. Right, well, we'll do this one down here, and then, like I say, we'll get onto the second headland. But I will get this onto a little bit of a time lapse, guys, so we can try and get this finished. Right, I have come out of the town there just to finish this field off with a couple of strips. I have also noticed, guys, that the bales are still 3,500 litres. I don't really understand how. Yeah, it was definitely 5,000 litres in the... Unless they didn't save, I did try and rush it a little bit. I've also figured out why we have this little ball patch here, guys. If you remember when we did the grass in the previous episode, there was a tree there, wasn't there? That was fallen in the field. I wonder if that's why. Like, it basically avoided the tree, and then on the next lap round, it couldn't avoid the tree. So, yeah, I think that's what that was, to be honest. But we have only got, like, well, I thought it was just the one strip left. I didn't realise we had these two tiny little bits here. But this is this field now complete. So, yeah, that's nice to see, to be honest. We've got these, this all done and dusted and dealt with now. So that is really, really good. But, yeah, I'm not really sure why. I need to go back into this mod and check it. Because it was definitely set to 5,000 litres. I can only presume maybe it didn't save. Maybe I closed the document down, the XML, without saving it. To be fair, I did do it very quickly yesterday because a friend of mine was like, "Oh, do you want to come play some Apex?" And obviously I did jump on. He didn't have long to play before he went to work, you see, and then I kind of rushed everything. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe presume I've just accidentally missed something. It wouldn't surprise me. Right, guys, over the next few days there may be some background noise. We have the nice weather again, and I'm having a little bit of extra work done on the house. They are already here today, but they're like bringing the materials and stuff, so obviously from tomorrow onwards, you know, there might be some background noise. I will do my best to try and keep things to a minimum. If there is any videos missing, like say for example we don't have one the next day, I will try and keep the Discord informed. I'm not saying it will do, guys. I'm just saying if, you know, just in case there is. There's more just in case there is. But yeah, I've got no idea how big or, you know, how much noise there's going to be. And yeah, like I say, at the moment they are here now. They're just unloading and stuff. I'm having some roofing work done today. So I'm kind of, I say today, you know, to the next few days. We were meant to start yesterday, but we had an unexpected rain, so that didn't quite happen. Also, I did notice as well while doing this this baling, guys, how quickly did this thing get covered in muck. Look at the baler, it's absolutely grafted. But we do have to, do you know what, guys, we don't even have to rent the bale trailer anymore. We could actually just go buy one and get these bales moved. We can officially afford a bale trailer as long as I can find where the balers are. Transport, here we go, £50,000. Trelleborg, Michelin. Oh, we'll go for BKT this time. 24 bales. Let's buy it. We use it every year, guys. Like I say, we could get away with just renting it, but it's one of those jobs where it's like, no, not really. Let's just lease it. Let's just buy it. But yeah, that's kind of, I think, where we wanted to be today. In the next episode, we can get that field herbicide now. We could technically plant the carrots in that field in the next episode as well. Yeah, but there's a lot we can do. We just got to figure out really what's going to be best for the series. And like I say, I do spend more and more time each day when I do get the time to be looking into other maps. If anyone's got any map recommendations, obviously I've got Moss Valley, I've got Northern Coast. I am tempted at the moment to bring Northern Coast in a series because I do have a copy of that convert over. Yeah, I love the map in general. The last time I played on it on 22, now I'm trying to avoid playing on maps I did on 22. But I did a live stream series on it. And to be honest, I believe that's kind of when my life kind of got turned a little bit upside down. But I don't think we really did much on it. I think we did like two or three streams, and that was about it. So I think I'd be more than happy to possibly bring that map back in a series. I would start with a farm. It would be a custom farm because I don't really like the default farms on that map. Yeah, I am tempted about maybe bringing that as a series. So yeah, what we're going to do then, we're just going to spend a quick couple of minutes, maybe get a trailer load. I'm going to get all the bales off this field, but we'll probably just do a trailer load for like the end of the episode, so that we can actually see us bring it into storage. And then in the next episode, we should have some silage bales ready. I don't think these are ready now. I will just double check. They shouldn't be ready now. We are playing 54%, so yeah. Like I said, I do have it on the normal times. I normally like to play on hard, but we were really struggling at the beginning. But when we come to do like the survival series, where we just start with a chainsaw and a cat, we will be playing on hard. There will be no super strength at all on that game, not unless we're like, for example, you know, we've really popped somewhere, like got somewhere stuck. And the reason being for that is, you know, it's meant to be like a survival-y style series. But that will be on the hard, because obviously the minute we've got enough money to buy, say, the wood, you know, the firewood production, we really wouldn't be struggling even on the hard economy. Come on, there we go. Let's get a trailer load. I say a trailer load, even if we just clear this field, whatever comes first. But yeah, it's only 54% fermented. There's no point putting it into the cows, because the cows don't require it yet. Otherwise, I'm basically just giving them grass. Now, let's get that into there. 12 bales, nice. It's not a bad field, this, really, for the cows. It just means you've got to do it twice, and we don't always have the time every year. We've got that much going on with the production. We don't always have time. I do need to, by the way, just put another bucket of production, sugar beet, sorry, into the production. I nearly said put some of the production into the sugar beet, but I really need to wake up a little bit, don't I? I kind of woke straight up this morning, and it's like, you know, trying to get this video done before the builders show up and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, crazy time. Yeah, it sounds like my house is falling apart, guys. It's really not. It's just we had a little leak on our roof. We knew it was leaking, which is why we've gone for a whole new roof. And they were meant to be starting in May, but we did have quite a bit of wet weather, which put them behind on the jobs. They've kind of shown up now. I didn't expect them yesterday. Because I woke up yesterday and saw the rain. I was like, well, the water comes today. But they brought all the materials instead, so, you know, everything is here. Oh, we got 25 bales off this field, guys. That is not bad going, though. 25 bales off this field. That is really, really good. There you go, guys. We have got... That is a lot of bales, to be honest. Let's just get a nice little screenshot. If you've already seen the screenshot, you already knew we were buying this. It's the easiest thing to look at it. Right, there we go. Let's get that on there. Let's get that unloaded. We've got to unload it this way. Do it this way and it will get unloaded quicker. And boom, just like that. And it's gone. So there we go, guys. This is where I'm going to leave this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I am just going to move those bales off recording, and I might, if I remember, to put some sugar beet in, but I'm more concerned right now about making sure we get the baler fixed, to be honest. But as I say, this is where I'm going to leave the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, guys, please hit the like button. It means a lot, you know, helps me sure that the series is well appreciated. And if you're not already a subscriber, please think about hitting the subscribe button. And like I say, we're trying to hit 3,000 for here. But until next time, guys, see you later on.